What if I told you there's a tool I use every single day that is so simple, but it's literally changed how I work forever? Look, after 40 years in tech, from IBM's secret projects to building apps that serve hundreds of thousands of users, I've seen every productivity hack imaginable. But this little tool called WhisperFlow, it's different. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to talk to your computer and have it automatically paste perfectly formatted text into any application. We'll cover why this beats every other dictation tool, how it actually learns your vocabulary, and the 3 specific ways I use it that have literally saved me hours every single day. And here's the thing, I'm not going to show you the tool. I'm going to give you my exact workflow setup, the voice commands that work best, and at the end, you'll get free access to our entire NoCode resource center where we've got vetted tools just like this one that actually work. Let me paint a picture that's probably way too familiar. You're staring at a blank screen. Maybe it's an email to a client. Maybe it's documentation for your app. Maybe it's just responding to the 50 Slack messages that piled up while you were in a meeting. And you know exactly what you want to say. It's crystal clear in your head, but somehow translating that into typed words feels like wading through a swamp. You start typing, delete half of it, start again, and meanwhile your brain is already 3 thoughts ahead, but your fingers can't keep up. That's the gap between speed of thought and speed of typing. And WhisperFlow, it closes that gap completely. And look, I remember in high school, I took a typing class. I can type with all my fingers. So I'm not one of these people that only uses 2 fingers like my father-in-law used to do. He was fast. But the reality is your brain and your mouth are faster than your fingers. Now, before you say, Dennis, I've tried voice recognition before and it sucked. Hear me out. I remember trying Dragon Naturally Speaking back in the day, and you had to train it for hours. It got everything wrong, and it only worked in specific applications. I remember that you had to tell it the punctuation, and you had to tell it to put in a new line, and it was clunky. I remember this because Sky, my pit bull, ran me down in a park and broke my elbow, and I spent 6 or 8 weeks without being able to type very well. It didn't work. I just couldn't make it work for me. But WhisperFlow is different. First, it works in every application. Your bubble editor, Slack, email, documentation tools, even your browser. Second, it's not just raw dictation. It uses AI to understand context and returns properly formatted text. And third, and this just blew my mind, it learns your vocabulary automatically. I can say ratio.dev and it knows our company. I can say bubble.io and it formats it correctly. It even handles technical terms that would confuse other systems. But here's where it gets really powerful. And by the way, I'm just going to show you over here the WhisperFlow website. It's actually a really pretty website. Good job, guys. I like your website. I think it's really pretty slick. You can see all of the different things that WhisperFlow can do. But here's where it gets really powerful, and this is the stuff I wish I'd known when I first started using it. Use case 1, client communication. Instead of typing out those long email responses, I just hit my WhisperFlow hotkey and talk naturally. Hey, John, thanks for the feedback on the app design. I understand your concerns about the user onboarding flow, and it just flows out perfectly formatted. Time saved. Use case 2, documentation and notes. When I am reviewing a client's Bubble app, instead of typing out my findings, I can just talk through what I'm seeing. It's like having a conversation with my computer. Use case 3, this is the secret sauce, content creation. Right now, as I'm speaking this script, I could be using WhisperFlow to dictate directly into my editing software. I do my outlines for my videos that way. I have a kind of a format I like to use, and I just talk to it, puts in the text, the bullet points, and then I use that as the basis for generating my video scripts with Blort, which is another AI tool that I really recommend, and you can go check it out on that channel. The result is I'm easily 4 times faster getting my thoughts into digital form. And it's more natural. The quality is actually better too. Now here's where nobody tells you about setting up Whisper for maximum effectiveness. Most people just install it and start talking, but there's a specific way to set it up that makes all the difference. First of all, you want to customize your hotkey. It also has this little thingy, I don't know what to call it, a little bar down near the dock on your Mac, and you can just click it at any time and it'll start listening. So you don't have to say, hey, WhisperFlow, listen to me. No, you click, boom, hotkey or click the little thingy and boom, you're off to the races. Second, and this is crucial, you need to train yourself to speak in complete thoughts, not fragmented sentences. The difference in output quality is night and day. Clean, professional text that you can actually use instead of a mess that you have to spend minutes cleaning up. And look, I've been building software since before the internet was a thing. I was part of IBM's IX development team when it was top secret. They warned us to be careful about the industrial espionage at the time. And I've seen 100 tools come and go. But when something that genuinely makes me more productive without adding complexity, that's rare. And that's worth talking about. Here's the thing, WhisperFlow is just one tool in what should be a complete toolkit for anyone building or running a business in 2025 and beyond. And if you're serious about productivity, about building better applications and just getting more done without burning out, everything I've shown you today is useless if you don't have the right foundation of tools and knowledge. That's exactly why we put together our NoCode Resource Center. It's chock full of how-to videos, podcast episodes, vetted plugins, vetted tools, great books to read, and it's updated weekly. So we're continuously making it better. The cool thing is that it won't cost you $500 to get in. You just go to ratio.dev, sign up with your name and your email, you'll get free access, and I know it will be useful for you in your business life. Hope you've enjoyed this video about WhisperFlow. If you have, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. That would mean a lot to us. And I'll see you on the next one.